What's up? You got Patrick here, and let's talk about how to get rasp on a note the right way. Okay, now there's a lot of different ways to do it. I've heard of people talking about this grunt thing. I used to do that type of screaming, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, that's never going to get you through the passaggio. You're always going to have trouble getting through it. You're going to end up straining your chords to get through it. There's a lot of vocal coaches out there that teach that, and even after doing that little bit, I can feel it on the chords. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. What you want to be getting into is the vocal fry. Now, this is something that's very difficult for a lot of people because it's an odd sound. It doesn't really feel like how you'd want to scream. But I'm going to tell you right now, the way that you should feel when you scream is that's what you should feel. Now, that's not necessarily what you're doing, but that's the way that you should feel. So let me give you an example of that, okay? A singer that's very, very good at doing this, probably one of the best in the world. I think we all know that this guy can scream. M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold. And so the way that he does it, he gets into it on kind of what I call this fry grunt. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I feel insane every single time I'm asked to compromise, 'cause I'm afraid and stuck in my ways, and that's the way it stays. So how long did I expect? All of that, okay? So all of that is the vocal fry. Every single aspect of it. Okay, Chris Cornell does the same thing. It's just like, but it never said nothing to me! Hey, yeah! Okay, when you start getting into that particular register, it changes from being this kind of gravelly type sound, this, okay, to, which would really have to put a yell to it to really get it to resonate, but to being, okay, you can hear how that changes to more of like a fry scream, like an actual scream, Yeah! Okay, and that's all pretty easy. It's all pretty easy to really get into, but you have to understand that the foundation of all of that is the small little pharyngeal cut. So behind all of that is this little, yeah! The Miles Kennedy type sound. One last dope to rise and break away, yeah! That's where it is. And so, the reason why I subscribe to that particular type of scream is because you don't have to push the voice. You don't have to sing as hard to get the rasp in there. You can pull back on the voice. You can sing a lot lighter. You can sing a lot easier in the voice. You don't lose your voice quite as bad. You're still going to hurt your voice. You're still going to lose it a little bit. But it's not quite as hard as some of the other ones. The gravel is the worst thing for it. This grunt type sound. And I used to teach that. And there are singers that sing with it. David Draymond kind of gets into it, and he's went away from it lately, actually. He's gone into what I'm doing right now. Because it's just so much healthier in the voice to go into the fry type scream rather than going into this kind of gravel type grunt. Now, it's very difficult for a lot of people to get into that sound. A lot of people just struggle getting into it. And so it would take me probably a good hour to explain exactly how to get into it. Maybe even longer, and depending on your particular situation. The best thing you can say is that that's how you want to get into it. It's okay. It's the same way that Nirvana screams, same way that anyone from the '90s screamed. I mean, maybe not Lane Staley, but Lane probably is singing a little bit different. He's probably singing more on the grunt, which I can already feel the strain on there. It doesn't feel good. You should not be screaming that way. You should be screaming. And you're probably like, well, what the hell is the difference? Well, one's grinding on the chords, the other one's letting them shake. Yeah! Okay, that's pretty much it. That's what I got for you guys. That's how to scream on a note. And yeah, if you want to take a lesson, I got some products, whatever it is. Patrick O'Brien, songrocker.net. Come on over. I'll show you how to do it.